Hi YouTube. I have a really fascinating product to show you guys. I'm sure you have come across these lava lamps. I picked one up for my daughter. This one is by Urban Shop. I think you can pick this up at Walmart or Amazon or other places for about $15, $16 in that range. And this one is a 16-inch. And this one is also rainbow colored. So we'll take a look at this. It's a really fascinating lamp compared to your ordinary lamps, since it creates this mesmerizing view as you see the lamp in action, which we'll take a look at in a moment. It has a colorful liquid motion display, so unlike a lot of other lava lamps which are just one color, this one is multicolored. It has the bulb included, which heats it up, and I'll show you that in a moment, and the aluminum cap and the base. And on here you can see this thing, how it looks in the picture, but of course we'll see the real thing. And yeah, so this thing is designed in the US, made in China, and is one of the better lava lamps out there. And this side of the box shows you the specs. So this is 16 inches in total height, and it's fairly thin, 4.2 inches width-wise. And it also includes this 30-watt bulb. It's an incandescent bulb. The bulb is used to heat up the bulb, or the wax in there, and so you do need this kind of a bulb and not an LED one. And so now let's just open the box and see what it contains. Okay, so I've taken everything out of the box, and really it consists of these three main components. Here's your base that contains the bulb. We'll take a look at that. Here is the top that goes on top of this bottle, and here's where all the magic is. So this is basically a glass bottle, and it's basically sealed, just like a beer bottle or a Coke bottle, and it's sealed, and you're not supposed to open it. I think it says it clearly over here. Do not open, don't drink. And in here is a colored bottle. So in a lot of other lava lamps, basically the bottle is usually clear and the liquid is colored. In this one, the bottle itself is colored, and so it gives you these three different colors at the same time. And it has the wax at the bottom, and there's also a spring that goes underneath this, or actually is inside the wax, that heats up, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So that's this, and then here's the top. And basically all it does is that it goes right on top like that, and you don't really mess with it. So it's really simple what comes out of the box. And now let's look at the base. So in here you can see there is obviously your main switch, and this one also has a switch here to turn on and off. That's kind of nice. And then the base itself is all made of aluminum, and including this top. And in here is that incandescent bulb. So let me take the bulb out and show you what this looks like. Okay, so I took out the bulb, and you can see it's just a screw-on bulb, and that's this guy. It's a small, low-powered bulb, but it has to be an incandescent bulb, not an LED bulb. And this one happens to be 120 volts, 30 watts, as you can probably see. And basically what happens is that once this thing goes on in there and you have turned it on, this obviously starts emitting heat, other than the light itself. And then as that heat is coming out, it starts melting the wax, and that's what creates the whole effect. So now let me actually put this together, turn it on, and see what it looks like. Okay, one of the things I want to show you is the couple of documentation pieces that came with the box. So here's this first one. It basically says, ensure the lamp holder is properly screwed in, and the whole thing is not loose. And then there is some safety instructions that come with it. And as you can probably tell, because this involves electricity and the whole thing getting a little bit warm or hot eventually, depending on how long you run it, it requires some precaution. So I won't read all of it. I'll just quickly put this on your screen so you can read it. And it also has some ideas on how to properly care for the unit. Yeah, so with that aside, now let's look at the lamp itself. Okay, so now I have everything right next to my wall socket where I'm gonna light up the lamp. And for that, I've already screwed in the bulb in here, and all I need to do now is take this bottle, and you'll notice the wax is rock solid, right? So it needs to be melted, and right out of the box, it's going to be frozen solid. And I'm just gonna place it on top here, and then take the top, which is just, you know, aluminum piece that goes right on top here. So now the whole lamp is installed, and all there's left to it is to put it against the wall socket. So let me take this guy, push it in, and here we go. The lamp is on. As you notice, there's no immediate, you know, wax blobs to be seen, because it is going to take time to heat it up before we can see that. And if you start doing this at room temperature, it is going to take about an hour or so before the wax fully melts and that effect starts showing up. One other thing to point out is that because this is an incandescent bulb in here and it works on the principles of heating up the wax, this bottom piece is going to get rather warm. And so please don't touch it, as this label indicates. This is true for almost any lava bulb or lava lamp. And so now all we need to do is about wait for an hour or so before we can see the effects going. I won't obviously hold you on for an hour, so I'll be back in a moment with the power of video to show you the effects. Okay, so it's been about 40-45 minutes. And as you can see, the wax is starting to float up. There's a stream here that's going up, and if I touch it, I mean, I can touch it, but it's kind of warm. And down here, it's definitely warmer, but I don't think it's gonna burn you as you touch it, so it's not that hot, but you can definitely feel it's hot. It's just like a, you know, warm mug of coffee or something. So that's how it feels. But yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes before the whole thing melts and we see the entire effect going. All right, so the wax has melted enough for the overall lava lamp experience to come to life. As you can see, the wax is melted enough to bounce up and down. What you're seeing really is Archimedes' principle in action, where because the wax molecules get warmed up enough that they become lighter than the water, they tend to rise up. And as the wax goes to the top, where there is no light source or heat source, it starts cooling down. And as it cools, its molecules contract, and then it becomes heavier than water, and it starts, you know, drowning back down. And then the whole principle of the cycle just continues. It's obviously beautiful to look at, and I'm sure my daughter is going to love it. Just, you know, place it in a way that it doesn't get knocked off or it just make a big mess and might hurt somebody. So, you know, be careful with it and enjoy it. If you like the video, please do give me a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.